Okay, so we've taken this for a few runs, and I'm currently sitting on 36% battery. As you know, when we did the first run, I got down to 30%, and then it dropped to 0 on me, which meant the battery pack cut out. So I'm going to do some laps of the local area and see if we can get down to around 10%. I'll be happy with that. If the battery does cut out on me, I can change the BMS to an emergency function to get a couple of kilometres back home. So if I need to, I'll do that. But if I get down to 10%, I think we'll be happy with that. So let's give that a try. Okay, so we did a few laps of a few of the estates in the local area and got down to 30% where it cut off last time, and it kept going. So then once I got down to about 20, I come back into my local estate and just continued doing laps in there until I got down to 14%. And it was still running fine until I went up a bit of a rise, and that's when it cut out. That went from 14 to 0. And looking at the app, it looks like battery 11 was the one that finally tripped it, but we're only talking a few millivolts here difference between tripping it and not tripping it. So, but what I was able to do in the app, there isn't a button where you can select emergency, which you should only use to get you off a road or out of danger. And but I only needed it to get me about 150 meters back to the house. So it's good to have that option. It's not an option you want to have to use, but if you need to get somewhere safe, you can use it. So I think it's more load related why we tripped out at 30, because we were going a little bit faster. So I need to bear that in mind. And I don't intend letting it get too low anyway, but it's good to know that somewhere around 30, if I'm doing some bit of fast riding, I've got to be mindful that the battery could be getting at the end of its power. And if I'm going around just locally quietly, around 60, then I can go down to probably around 20. I wouldn't go any lower than that, but 20 seems to be a good point where I might lose charge. So I think that was a good exercise. So you're never going to be able to run it down to 0 because it's going to cut out well before that. As soon as you got a bit of load on it, one of the batteries will drop down, the BMS will say, yep, no, one battery's got to the low limit, so you're out. But like I said, we've got the emergency button we can press to get us to a safe space. And so that was a good exercise. So we've done 207 kilometres on it now, which is good. And apart from the battery, it's running perfectly. So keep watching, and we'll try and get it out on the road where you can see some other videos. Okay, so we took the bike down to 0 till the battery pack cut out. So this time we got down to 14% because we're going around to the local estate, so we're going quite slow. And then it went to 0, so we were able to put it in emergency mode to get it back home. So the next test was to see how long it would take to charge from 0 to 100, and also work out how much it costs to do a full charge. So I bought a power meter, which I was able to put in how much per kilowatt hour I pay on my power bill to calculate how much it costs for a charge, and also we timed the charge from 0 to 100. So it costs $1.60 to do a full charge on the bike from 0 to 100, and takes 4 hours. We wouldn't normally take it down to 0, so we're not always going to be waiting 4 hours to charge the bike. So that was a good exercise. It's something we hadn't done before, so I'm glad we've done that one. We've also got another camera mount on the bike, so we can take it out on some more rides. So I hope you enjoyed the project so far, and we'll see you out on the road.